The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, tell there are no rich no more.
Welcome to Pot Talk, everybody. I'm Jim.
I'm Paul.
We got a special guest tonight, Donald Whisman. Come
Hello.
all aboard.
Hello,
on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock.
So, Jimmy, why don't you fire up the first bullet point? Let's get right into this.
DACA. I know it's pissing Donald off.
Yeah, he was chomping at the bit before we went on.
I'm going to let you lead with it, Donald.
You've been wanting to do it.
Well, well, you guys call it bullet points. I just call it articles, and I have this stuff down on cue cards. But let me find it here real quick, you guys, because there's a lot of stuff I want to say about this Dream Act. It's part of DACA. You guys know that, but
yeah.
There we go. Right here it is. It was this article I was reading about this so-called Dreamers. It said that they're going to give amnesty. And it will, I don't know, if they give amnesty to all these dreamers, they call them, this DACA Act, if they do give amnesty to these dreamers, and they're not kids, trust me, they said they want them to vote Democrat. That's what the liberals are wanting. They want these dreamers to vote Democrat.
Which they won't. If they get any education whatsoever, they'll be voting Republican. Other than that, if they're on the dole, they'll vote Democrat.
I really don't give a rat's ass about these so-called dreamers, you guys, and I hate saying that, but what about Americans, you guys? Does anybody care about our dreams? Heck no, they don't. It's like American citizens, we don't have dreams, you guys. It's only people from foreign countries that have dreams. What about us, you guys? What about us?
Even disabled veterans have dreams.
Sure they do. Sure they do.
The way I see it is the Democratic Party cares about one thing: winning elections. They don't care how they win the elections. They don't care if they cheat. So what they're going to do is they're going to give amnesty to these people, make them citizens, and they'll be voting. And they will be voting Democrat, Jim. They absolutely will be.
No, not for long. Once they become citizens, a majority of them vote Republican.
I hope you're right, but I don't think.
How do you think Trump got in Florida?
Well, do you know what? Actually, Trump did pretty well with the Latino vote.
Right, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They're usually conservatives. They don't like
Cubans. Cubans vote almost as a bloc conservative.
Right.
Because they hate Castro and they know that
they know
Democrats have been playing
the Democrats are forcing them into. And they want to do the same to this country. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see another Cuba.
Well, Jimmy and Paul, there is a report out that says that American millennials, and we're talking about millennials here, is going to be hurt the most of this Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. That's DACA. If all these people are granted citizenship, millennials will be forced to compete with these dreamers for college admissions, job opportunities, and wages, you guys. This DACA is bad for America. It's bad, you guys.
And don't forget
it is bad, but we need it as a negotiation tool.
Don't forget about the chain migration that comes with
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If they decide to give these guys amnesty without chain migration, and we get everything else we want, I'm willing to give up 800,000.
You're talking about
it's better than 10 million
for the wall and the end of chain migration.
Yes.
and anchor babies.
Yes, we'll get rid of the anchor babies also.
Did you see in California? They raided a whole bunch of what they call maternity vacationers.
Oh yeah.
Russians, Middle East. They have these hotels that are specifically set up, but where they go just to have the baby and stuff. ICE has been raiding them and putting them on planes and sending them home.
Oh, yeah?
Before they have their babies.
Good.
That's good, though. Thanks for telling me that, Paul. I didn't know that. I've never heard that yet. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a huge industry over in Russia and China. Pregnant women, they get paid to come to the United States and have their babies here.
God, we don't need them no more, though, you guys. Why don't they go to other
That's
countries?
what I said. The anchor baby was great back in the Revolutionary War when we needed to build up our population. But we don't need it now.
Yeah, with 300 and something million people.
340 million, and we're getting along just great, except for now that we got all these, at least 40 million of illegals.
Yeah.
Well, can you, Paul, can you and Jimmy explain this chain migration? I mean, what does that got to do with DACA? I mean, I know a little bit about it, but please explain it to me if you
Well,
don't
the
mind.
DACA is only a negotiation chip.
No, but the chain migration comes if you get status here, permanent status here,
then
you can bring relatives over.
Your mother, father, grandfather,
sisters.
Now, these people coming over old, so they're automatically jumping on the dole of Social Security without even working here.
Yeah, they've never worked a day, and they instantly go on Social Security.
Which is why we're not going to give Social Security to the people that did work all their lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're going to dilute us.
It's a shame, you guys. It's sad. It's happening right here in our own country, you guys, and we're allowing it to happen.
Like the Democrats, all they want is for illegals. That's their whole status in life right now is illegals and minorities.
Yep, they want to cheat in the elections.
They don't want to. They're not for the American working people like they claim to be.
Yeah, you see all these companies giving out bonuses and raising wages now.
Walmart just came out.
And they're still fucking complaining about it. They're complaining because jobs are coming back to the United States. Toyota's opening up a huge plant.
And yeah, I heard that, Paul. Another good point. I heard that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Companies are coming back.
Yeah, he wasn't kidding when they said they're pouring back in.
Yeah. Oh, and then the thing I see all over all the liberal sites, I think like 600 people are getting laid off from Carrier.
Yeah.
They didn't move to Mexico, but they're like, whoa, they're so much for Trump's promise about Carrier. It's like, do you realize like 3 million jobs have either come back to this country or are promising to open up facilities here? Right. And you're worried about 600 people that are going to get laid off?
That's the little excuse. What do you call it there? An antidote.
Yeah. They're mentally just overwhelmed by the fact that they've been proven wrong on everything they thought. Every single thing that they hold dear, they're being proven wrong on.
Look at California. All they are out for is illegal aliens. They don't give two shits for the taxpayers. They don't care about the Americans.
Look at the girl that got murdered.
Yeah.
They let the guy go. A jury let the guy go.
San Francisco.
Oh, you're talking about Kate Steinle.
Yeah.
What happens, though, you guys? What happens when they do end up destroying our country? Then what?
Well, we'll find out in California because that's the biggest place of the population of illegals are right now. And now that they declare themselves a sanctuary city, I hope they're a magnet for every other maggot in this country.
I think it's the whole state, Jimmy, that's a sanctuary state now.
Yeah, it's a sanctuary state.
Which is illegal. Why doesn't the National Guard go in and say, no, you can't do this?
Exactly.
You're not a sovereign nation.
Gary Brown.
I mean, look, I agree with states' rights as long as it doesn't violate the Constitution.
Right.
Not necessarily federal law.
They got a limitation. They got to stay in. You know what I mean? They can't go out beyond the bounds of the Constitution.
Right. Legalizing marijuana, I'm totally cool with that. I use it. So.
Right.
I don't care about that.
I think that's better than alcohol. I mean, I don't...
Absolutely.
You know, like I said, when they say people getting accidents from smoking pot, it's not true. They're drunk, and they were smoking pot at the same time.
Yeah.
That's where they keep trying to enforce marijuana. It's still alcohol that's doing it.
I think alcohol and cigarettes are way worse than marijuana, you guys, to be honest.
When does a guy ever come home stoned and beat his wife?
Exactly.
Well, you guys know the drunks run the red lights and the potheads, they stop at the green ones. That's what I believe.
Yes, they're overcautious. I know I am.
Yeah.
I'm doing 5 miles under the speed limit.
And I hear all these people, right? Whenever they're talking about marijuana, it's always the person that's never smoked it that thinks they're the fucking expert on it.
Yeah, I know. I tried it once, so I know everything.
Yeah, and they got everything they know from the fucking 1930s movie Reefer Madness. It's like, are you
I tried it about
kidding
10
me?
times, Paul. About 10 times. I thought I did something wrong, but it makes me sick. I have nothing wrong with marijuana. I good luck. Anybody wants to smoke it, but
My wife has no tolerance for it. Zero.
It just makes me
you
sick.
like my
makes
nephew?
her ill.
The only time you try it is when you're drunk.
No, you was telling me about that, Jimmy. That if you're drinking, it does make you sick. But,
Oh, it does.
No, man.
well,
Especially if you're smoking for the first time on alcohol. You
yeah,
you
oh yeah, you could have a
guaranteed
bad
to puke.
episode, yeah.
oh, I was just trying to be cool. There was a bunch of chicks around, and I was smoking this joint for the first, second time, and I was puffing it like there was no tomorrow. Man, I went home, and I actually told my mom. That's when I'd been like 13. I said, "Mom, I was smoking this marijuana, and I'm sick as a dog." And you guys, I almost had to go to the hospital. I was tripping, man.
My wife can't. She can't. She has no physical tolerance for it. She doesn't mind it, on its merit. She just can't handle it.
I wonder if the vapor would be better than actual smoking it.
Oh, I've done the vape pens with the oil in them. Holy smoke!
It's like 3 times the amount of high,
Don't.
so you'd be 3 times paranoid or whatever was you would trip.
That's another thing. Some people get paranoid from it too.
Yeah.
Is the taste there when you vape it? Is it got that same flavor to it?
Not really. It kind of does.
That's how you tell good pot from shit pot, is the flavor and the taste.
Yeah.
It's odor. The odor and the taste.
But when you vape the oil, it doesn't smell as strong. Like
Yeah, you don't smell marijuana at all.
yeah, it smells like you're vaping like a tobacco vape.
Nicotine.
Yeah, like a nicotine vape. Thank you, Jim.
And another thing, you guys, people who smokes pot, they're not out here in these bars looking to fight people. That's the last thing you want to do.
Right. That's the last thing you want to do is when you're smoking, like you say, you're paranoid. Me, I get giddy.
Me too. Do you know what I do? I'm at home watching some stupid cartoon, and eating chips, and just sitting in front of the TV with my dog chilling.
It helps me focus. I can, when I start a project or something, I can start at step 1 and go through 2, 3, all the way down to 7. If I'm not stoned, I'll start at step 5, jump to 3, 6, 7,
See,
and I'm wondering why the project's all fucked up.
I never smoke at work.
Pot makes me focus.
I never smoke on the job, ever.
What about reading? Can you read good when you're smoking, you guys?
Yeah, I
Like
do,
a
but I
book?
gotta keep reading over and over again.
Yeah,
Sometimes your mind drifts while you're trying to read, so you gotta
find
go
yourself
back.
reading the same fucking paragraph 5 times.
That's
Over
because you
and
can't
over.
stay focused.
Over and over. You guys killing me, man. You guys are funny. That's why I love coming on Pot Talk. You guys are great, man.
Well, do you know what? I wanted to do a show where I'm totally honest about myself. I don't lie about any of my past or anything. I was a cocaine addict for years. I've been in
Crack
trouble
addict.
with the law. Yeah, I smoked crack for 15 years.
I
I've
don't
been in
think you
trouble
guys
with the
lie.
law.
I don't think you and Jimmy, I think you guys are pretty well blunt anyway about yourselves. I mean, from what I know of you.
Well, that way, do you know what? And if somebody does
I've
have
got nothing to hide.
That's right. And that way, if somebody is looking to get you, that I gotcha thing,
Yeah.
it's already out there.
Right.
It's like, no shit, I did that last week, you idiot.
You put it out on yourself, that way nobody else can use it against
Right,
you.
you
brother.
can't use it for
Exactly.
blackmail, or we'll get this against you.
Yeah, and first of all, I don't care anyways. I never claimed to be a
Yeah, I'm not
perfect
running
human
for
being.
president.
My grandchildren know that I was a cocaine addict.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
totally blunt with them. I mean, they're older. Don't
I
get me
did
wrong,
it,
I'm not
guys.
telling a 10-year-old.
I did it when I was in my 20s. I'm not going to lie to you. I tried it all when I was in my 20s.
I never
I
tried
did.
heroin.
I never
I
did that.
try that.
So
Never
no, I
tried
did
that.
once. I did one line one night because the
I
kid told me it was
snorted it
coke.
and I smoked it. I never shot it.
Yeah, I snorted it. The kid told me it was coke.
That's the
And I
most
was
I did was
there.
coke. That's it, cocaine. That's all I've ever did was coke. And it's just, I tell you what about cocaine, you guys, it's too good. That's why I don't think anybody should try it, because I think if you were on your deathbed and somebody put a big old shot of cocaine in you, I think you'd come right up from the deathbed, you guys.
Yeah. For
I
at
mean-
least 10 minutes.
Let's use that for the
Yeah,
last
at least 10
prerogative
minutes.
instead of opioids.
Yeah, I think that's why they don't want to use it, because it's a cure for death.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Cocaine-
makes you feel like you're 18 again, you guys.
Cocaine's like Chinese food. it's good, and then 15 minutes later you need some more.
Yeah, that's what I hated about it. Constantly going to people's house 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning,
Oh, shit,
5
yeah.
in the morning.
Yep.
Oh, God. You guys are talking some old days. Now, you guys must have been young. How old was you guys when you guys was doing this?
I was doing it in the 90s. That's when I
quit-
got on coke.
I quit doing coke.
I tried it when I
13
was
years ago.
17, but all I got was a numb mouth.
I quit 13 years ago.
13 years ago. Well, I'm proud of you. So, you guys still drink,
I
though,
fell
right?
off the wagon once or twice since then, but
You guys still drink? Drink occasionally?
oh God,
drink
we're
it
doing
out.
it right now.
Wow.
We're smoking a joint right now.
Oh, Lord. You guys, I had to quit it all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a good guy or nothing, but I had
that's
to quit.
fine.
I had to quit it all, you guys. That cancer, when I got that stuff, man, it just changed me.
Well,
I
yeah,
couldn't-
that'll do it.
I couldn't even. I drink a beer and it makes me sick. The taste of it does. It's horrible, you guys.
I never liked the taste of beer. When I was a kid, 14, when we bought a 6-pack, 3 of us would get shit-faced on it. I had to have little shot glasses. I'd pour it into that and force it down.
Well, after the first 2 beers, they seem like they taste better. You got to get.
Well, yeah, after the first 2 beers, like I said, I was shit-faced. I didn't need the shot glass anymore.
Right.
I'm a beer drinker, but they gotta be cold, real cold. I wince from even a slightly warm beer will make me wince.
Oh God, Paul, there's people who get up in the morning. There's alcoholics that get up and drink hot beer in the morning.
Yes.
My buddy Dave.
That's been sitting there all night. It's not even got foam anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My buddy Dave and his girlfriend Catherine, she was from Ireland, right off the boat. They would buy a 30-pack and put it on the ground, on the floor in the living room, and just drink right out of the thing. I'm switching beers, I'm rotating them up into the freezer. Mine to make sure they're freezing cold.
It's best on ice, so you guys got to admit that beer out of a cooler on ice is great, man.
I seen her.
There's nothing like a cooler that it's been sitting in the back of your trunk for about 4 days, and then you go out and take a look, and it's still ice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All ice
man.
cold.
You just reach in there and you pull it out.
Yeah.
You're like, yes.
This is the coldest it gets.
Oh, you're bringing
Yep.
back good memories, Jimmy. You're bringing back some good memories, brother.
My buddies all drank the green bottle beers, like the Heineken, the
Heineken.
Moosehead, and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I think
Remember
it's
Little
ever
Kings?
bought all skunk.
What was that? Little Kings?
Little Kings. You guys remember those?
No, we
No.
don't have them around here.
Those little bitty fellers. You'd buy them by the caseloads of them, man.
Oh yeah, we called them ponies.
Ponies. Well, they were Little Kings, and man, we sure drank the crap out of those, like at drive-ins. Remember when America had drive-ins?
We had a
guys?
drive-in in my hometown. We had a drive-in.
Yeah, I used to go there.
The Starlight Drive-In.
Oh,
I think we was talking about that once, but it's a shame we don't have drive-ins, every town anymore.
I know.
losing a lot of Americana.
They're coming
But
back,
that
though.
happens
They're
throughout
coming
history.
back. Drive-ins are making a comeback. There's one in
Because
Milton.
you don't listen to the moron talking in the movie theater. You know what I mean?
Because you're in your car. If you want a cigarette or a
Right.
drink, it's right there.
It's like being in your living room.
And plus, it's the nostalgia of it, too.
Right.
Like, in between the movie, they got
Place
the
to take
dance
the
and
kids.
pizza and everything. Yeah.
It is.
Now
It's
it
the
comes through on your
Americana.
radio. You don't have to put that god-awful speaker in your window.
And the
You
preaching
remember
cold
those?
nights.
Oh, shit, yeah, I remember
those?
them.
Yeah.
Don, I'm older than you, brother.
Well, how old are you, Paul? I thought you were younger than me.
I'm 52.
Oh, you're 4 years older than me, so yeah, you're older. You remember. You
Damn
remember
right.
the little the beer cans, how you would have to pop that little thing off and
The pull tab.
pull tab, yeah.
And then
you,
people would drop them in their beer.
yeah, and use them as rings or whatever, the little
Yeah.
rings on there. But
Right.
things have changed. I love beer when they had them pull tabs. I hated it when they went to them caps, man, or them
Yeah.
pop things.
I was watching that 70s show, right? You know the show, right? That 70s show.
Yeah.
And Red goes and he grabs a beer out of the fridge. Now, this is like 1978. And it's one of the pop tops, like from today. It's a Budweiser, right?
Oh, so
but
you
it's got
busted
the pop
him.
top. I was like, boom, bagged right there. That would have been a pull top.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys,
And
I don't know about
they
you, but
break. Remember, they break and you're like,
yeah,
because
yeah,
you
had
knew
to
that
punch
was like
them
a
in.
10-minute project.
You need a needle nose
Yep.
to pull the rest
and
of it.
a rock or something to smash it down.
Oh man,
Screwdriver.
talk about a trip down memory lane, you guys. What about pop bottles? I loved pop when it was in a pop bottle, you guys. It tasted better.
Pop bottles.
Yeah,
You mean,
pop bottles.
you mean like soda pop?
Soda pop when it was in bottles.
Oh,
You
we call
guys-
it tonic.
Yeah, around here we call it tonic, brother.
Oh, it's soda here or pop, and you remember you used to get them in like 8-packs, and the bottles were returnable. You get it like a dime a piece.
Yeah, they had the pop shop. And you can pick out whatever you wanted out of the cases, and you can just do an assorted case of all different stuff. They had like 16 or 18 different kinds.
Right. But it just tasted better in a bottle to me.
Dude,
That big thick bottle.
We had a milkman, and we also had a diaper service.
I can't believe you're saying a milkman and a diet. I remember that, you guys.
Yeah, we used to have a milkman, a bread man,
Yep. Well, we didn't have the bread man.
a rag man. He used to come around and take our rags like once every 6 months.
Well, Jimmy is older than us, Paul. He's like,
He'd leave us burlap bags and we'd fill them up.
My dad had a buddy. He was in the Disciples, Devil's Disciples, and he owned an ice cream truck. This guy's slim. And on Sundays in the summer, he'd bring the ice cream truck down to our house and give away all the ice cream that was about to go out of date. It was like that day or whatever, and just hand it out to the neighborhood kids. It was we were like the coolest fucking dudes in the neighborhood. We had an ice cream man come
now wait a minute.
right to the yard.
You just mentioned ice cream man. Do you guys remember the ice cream man that actually would give you the soft serve ice cream on the trucks instead of like a popsicle? You guys remember that?
We didn't have them around here. We had all the packaged stuff.
We had dairy ice cream places that you had to go to, but it wasn't a truck.
Right, like a Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Well,
Dairy
we
Queen.
had trucks you could actually get soft serve ice cream, man, and off the truck.
I love soft serve.
They're gone.
I've never
now.
had it.
They're gone, you guys. I mean,
There's a
they're
place
not
down
around.
the street from
Oh, you
here,
mean
right?
soft serve?
Soft serve ice cream.
Oh, I thought you were saying salt.
No,
Oh, soft serve.
It comes out of a machine, and you like lick it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got the little curly.
I
Q
like
on
the
top.
hot stuff better.
See, I like soft serve better.
I like soft serve with the dip.
Oh, with the chocolate dip on it that
Cherry
hardens
dip,
up.
yeah.
That hard
Oh,
stuff. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And it
yes, I
add the
love
little curl on the top.
it. Yes.
Well, the dip stops it from melting all over the place.
There's a place down here from me. They got a whole bunch of different kinds of ice cream. Now where City J's is. But anyways, they can turn that into soft serve if you want it as a soft serve, like coffee ice cream or whatever you want.
Right.
If they have it, they can turn it into a soft serve for you. Like
You can buy that dip too in the stores, you guys.
yes, the crackle.
Yes, you can buy it, and it turns hard. You know, it's
Yep.
soft and it turns hard when it gets cold.
Kind of the opposite of other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew what you was gonna say. I knew what you was thinking. Hey, did you guys hear about this travel ban they just put out in Mexico? I mean, the U.S. State Department is warning citizens, I guess, of America to avoid traveling to these 5 Mexican states because all the violent crimes and gang activity. And I can't pronounce them, you guys, but there's 5 states. I can try to pronounce them if you guys would like me to.
Give it a shot. Go ahead.
All right, maybe you can help me. Tamaulipas. I've never heard of that. Tamaulipas. That's a state
I'd
in
have to
Mexico.
say it, right?
I don't. Doesn't even sound good.
Sinaloa? That ring a bell? Calama?
You know what? I'm really not a
I
up
can't
to
read
date
this
on
either, guys.
Mexico. You know what I mean?
I've been to Tijuana. That's it, and I don't remember
Did you
it.
go to the donkey show?
I don't remember it.
So
All
you
I know is they said I kept trying to buy.
You
a
may have
knife.
been in the donkey show for all you know.
They said I kept trying to buy a knife, and they said you'll never get across the border with it. And
I would
I didn't wake
advise
up with the
not to
knife,
go.
so
I wouldn't even go to Mexico right
You
now.
couldn't drag me across that border.
Me neither, brother. I don't care about
hey,
this
I was the
life
one
stage.
driving.
Now, what about Cancun? My brother said that was nice now. He's been to
Do you know what?
Cancun.
I don't trust any of it. So what? You're in a nice spot in a shithole country.
Well, you go to a lot of shithole countries to go, like Aruba. Now, it's nice where the tourists are, but if you go inside and you see the people, they live like
Yeah, Aruba?
An Aruba.
Really? I didn't know that.
Is they get bands of wild dogs.
Really?
Well, I
Like
mean,
you would see and
Jamaica's
stuff?
a shithole, and it's a huge tourist destination.
Right, but it's only the tourist destination where they keep the security.
Right, as long as you stay
go
on the
out of that-
resort.
yeah, once you go out of that resort, you're on your own.
Ooh, I wouldn't go there anyway.
So you're in danger.
I
with
remember
all
when everyone
these
used to
places.
go there. And, oh, you can get weed there. It's like, even back in the 70s and shit, I can get weed here.
Right.
I'd have to go to Jamaica, and it gets driven to my house.
Yeah,
They never. I don't understand. You could bring weed from here to Jamaica back then because they didn't check you on the planes. They didn't frisk you down. They didn't make you go through fucking metal detectors. They just let you in with your luggage. They said they would go through luggage every once in a while, and that's it.
Yeah, you know what?
They didn't go on your person. So, like I said, when I went to Florida, I just had some joints cut in my pocket. They never fished me.
Yeah, I haven't flown since 9/11. I haven't flown since then. And the last time I flew was down to Florida with my family. My parents took us, the whole family, on a vacation. And my brother Mike, he's like, "You're not bringing any weed with you, right? Because, you're going to get searched and everything." I'd flown like a year before. My buddy Rick had gone like 2 weeks before me on the same airline. Goes, just put it in your shoe. Goes, put it in your sock, in your shoe. So I bought two 50s, 2 quarter ounces.
Oh,
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing to my brother Mike till we got down there. And he sees me smoking and joint. He's like, "Oh, you fucking brought shit down. What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, I did bring fucking shit down." It's like,
So
did you
didn't
get arrested?
called. You didn't get called then.
No.
Wow.
They didn't, this is before
wow.
9/11.
Wow.
They didn't check you.
Hey, you guys got time for me to tell you a little story? This is kind of a weird story, you guys. It's weird, man. You guys both know that I do Facebook videos, right? I don't know if you do or not, but I do. But I've got a lot of friends on my Facebook, and this guy that lives in one of these little countries over in Africa, his name is Thad. I really don't know him. He's just some guy, but he's sending me pictures, you guys, of these little kids and stuff. He said that the neighboring country is coming into his village, and they're chopping little kids up. And he's sending me these graphic pictures, and he's asking me if I can get a hold of Donald Trump, like I've got any way to get a hold of the president, And he's showing me these pictures, and it's horrible, you guys. And this poor guy that lives in this poor nation thinks that I have a way to get a hold of the president. And I just want to tell you guys, there's some people living in some bad places in these little countries. I mean, there's all kinds of little countries, in the continent of Africa, and they're bad, you guys. I'm telling you, bad. And Facebook even took the pictures down. They were on Messenger. They wasn't in my Facebook, in Messenger, and said these were too graphic. And they were horrible. They were pictures that this guy actually had taken himself. And like I can do anything for this guy. What am I supposed to do about this, you guys?
I don't know.
I mean, he's saying, "Can you get a hold of Mr. Trump to help us?" And I'm thinking, I don't have any ties with the president. I'm just some regular guy. I mean, maybe these people in these other countries, they see somebody on a video, they think that we can call our president over here or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he could do an operation.
Right, yeah, I'm going to call Mr. Trump. "Hey, Donald, I got a guy that needs your help down here in Ethiopia," or whatever the name of this country is. I wish I could help, guys, but...
he probably knows about the situation.
He probably knows.
We're all over the country. Countries.
Terrible. A lot of bad countries over in Africa, you guys.
Exactly.
There's a lot of bad...
That's what I think Trump was talking about, shithole nations. Of countries.
Well, you know what it is? As soon as somebody comes to power in Africa, even if they get elected democratically, they instantly become a dictator.
Now, didn't England used to run most of Africa, you guys, years ago?
Who did?
England, the country.
Yeah.
England, France, Dutch,
Italy. Ethiopia was Italian owned until I don't know, like the 70s or something like that.
Even France has got some countries still down there, I think.
I thought they all might have pulled out or something because the crime and stuff got so bad down there, you guys. All these big countries.
It's a brutal existence in Africa. It's just brutal. Well, and they've got resources up the ass.
That's what I want to ask you and Jimmy, you and Paul. Why is it that when you see like Sally Struthers showing all these poor little kids with their stomachs sticking out, and they're just sitting there in a desert? Why don't they move somewhere where they can grow food and have water? Why do they?
I know they've been doing this though. They've been doing that since the '60s with the Kennedy.
So what do you think? They're just waiting on a handout? They don't want to help themselves?
Well, like I said, you teach them how to grow it. You don't give them handouts.
They live a very nomadic lifestyle. They don't grow when they open up a farm, they grow for them, not for everyone else in that area. You know what I mean? They don't think big.
Right.
Well, I mean, I could picture, Jimmy, I could picture you and Paul right there in Africa. Now, I know you ain't going to be over there, but if you guys were sitting there, I think that you and Paul would take off walking until you found better living conditions, you guys.
I say the same thing about Detroit. Why doesn't the people in Detroit, right, just get in a car, steal it if you gotta, all right, and just leave, and when it runs out of gas, stop walking. Anything's got to be better than being there.
Oh, God, that's a vacant town. Now, ain't that a shame, you guys? One of our big cities is vacant like that. That's a shame.
It was the shining city on a hill. It was a testament to the rest of the world.
Well,
what America can produce.
The automotive mecca of America?
Of the world.
Detroit, guys, it's horrible what's
the
happening.
Motor City.
Yes, Ted Nugent, the Motor City madman. Yeah.
Yes, I seen him recently, by the way.
Did you really?
Yeah, I seen him up here in New Hampshire. But yeah, the population of Detroit used to be almost 3 million. It might have made 3 million. The population now is just over 700,000.
So what was it? Just piss poor mayors, piss poor management? What happened to Detroit, you guys?
Liberal Democratic rule for 50 years.
Liberal Democratic rule. There you. It's always the liberals. It's always the liberals, you guys. I mean, every time there's a pile of shit, they've got their hand in it.
Yeah, New York, California.
You don't have to do it. Yeah, they made promises they couldn't keep. And Detroit is an example of what not to do.
Like I said, Democrats fail no matter where they go.
You're right, Jimmy. What about Chicago?
And look at these people in the high tax, like you said, New York and California and Connecticut. We're subsidizing their taxes because they get to take it off their bill. Yeah, you know what I mean? They get to claim it.
They were getting to. No more.
No more. That's what I'm saying. And I'm glad Trump did that. I had no idea this was going on.
I didn't either, Jimmy. I didn't either, brother.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. My brother
you know, Mike, imagine how much all the other shit that we don't know what's going on.
My brother Mike lives in Massachusetts, and he's seen, because he's planning on buying a house. He's renting it right now, but he's going to be buying it. He's like, I'm going to take a hit on that because I can't write it off no more because I'm in a high-tax state. He goes, but guess what? Too bad. That's not somebody in Utah's fault.
Right.
Well, I want to ask you guys something else. I was talking to a lady who lives in Los Angeles today. She called me through Messenger, and I actually talked to the lady, and she said she lived in a one-room apartment, very, very small, and it was over $1,000 a month. Why is it that things in California are much?
They have a housing problem.
Dude,
why? I mean,
I was paying $1,200 for a one-bedroom apartment in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
No, this is a one-room. It's a studio, is what they call it.
That's what she said. A little studio room.
For a studio
for over $1,000, and right here where I live, you guys, $1,000, you could live in a mansion around here.
Not around here, brother.
Oh Lord! So you guys live in a high.
Like I said, I was paying $1,200 for a one-bedroom apartment in Portsmouth.
Oh Lord, you guys, that's too much.
Don't get me wrong; it had everything: heat, hot water, electricity, cable, internet, all included.
Yeah, that's $1,200 though, man. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm telling you guys could live in a mansion around here for $1,200 a month.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Ohio. But it.
I mean, is your guys' food higher there too, where you live? Like milk and bread? Is it a lot higher?
A gallon of milk's what? About $2 a gallon?
$2.79.
Is it really $2.79?
Really?
Well, there you go.
Sometimes you get $1 something a gallon here, you guys. I believe so.
Yeah, pack of smokes.
Well, you got more cows out there than we do.
More cows. Yeah, right. No, we do have a lot of cows, though. I see a lot of cows.
Yeah, we got how many people in Mass? 9 million? 8 million?
Yes. We're in New Hampshire, though.
Yeah, but we only got about 100,000 cows.
Yeah. Well, everything, there's no flat land here.
Yeah, well, grazing.
Everything's, it's either going up or down.
You guys,
they took the taxes up on land so
Washington
much
State?
that the farmers can't afford them.
I've been there.
I didn't ever know that out east there was mountains. I thought the mountains were like, the Appalachia down south or out west. But
the
you guys live... I don't know, what's that, Baltimore you go through, or Maryland, the state of Maryland? I didn't know it was all mountains, you guys. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. New Hampshire, we got the White Mountains, which is part of the Appalachian
It's the
chain.
Northern Appalachians.
It runs right
basically.
into Maine.
Yeah.
I didn't know they went up that far, you guys. I never did until I went to D.C., and I was like, wow, mountains.
Mount Washington here in New Hampshire has the worst weather in the world.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
the
have any
highest recorded
skiing?
wind velocity.
Yeah, I've got tons of skiing here.
You guys got a lot of skiing where you live now. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
there's tons of it.
3 states make a living out of it: Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine.
And the best part about it is, right, you can be in the mountains skiing, and an hour and a half later be at the shore having lobster.
With a T-shirt on.
Well, not necessarily with a T-shirt on, but
Today we could have.
yeah.
Hey,
But,
it
I
was
mean,
warm
the
here
mountains
today,
and the
too, guys.
ocean are an hour and a half apart,
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
and we got lobster. And
Which I don't like.
you don't like lobster. That's right. You don't
It
like
was
seafood.
salty chicken.
Oh,
is what
I
thought.
love
salty chicken, salty. That's funny, Jimmy. I've never had it, you guys. I think I've had it once, maybe once. I don't remember what it tasted like.
It's rubbery.
Oh, lobster. Awesome.
Robbery.
See, that's another thing about living in. I couldn't live in Ohio, be that far from the ocean.
Yeah, that would get to me.
You guys, I've only been to the ocean once, and that was Virginia Beach, and it wasn't tropical. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was beautiful, you guys. The air, you could smell the salt in the air.
Salt.
See the ocean once in your life.
I'm 48. I've been there one time, Paul, to the ocean one time.
Only one time in my whole life I've been more than 200 miles away from the ocean was when I went out to Texas.
Well,
It was the only time in my whole life.
Could you imagine being in your 30s and seeing the ocean for the first time in your
That must
life?
be amazing.
See, I was taught as a kid, young kid, because my uncle lived on the ocean.
So you guys was amazed the first time you seen it. Well, you were kids.
Oh, yeah, it was at the beach.
I grew up, 20 miles from, not even 20 miles from the ocean.
I thought it was a humongous beach. It was only a mile long until I went out to California. I lived there a year, and it's just like the whole coast is a beach.
So you guys has grown up with this your whole life. It's no big deal for you guys to see the ocean.
We've been on the boat, slept in the ocean, saw the sun come up over the ocean. It's very rare to get it. You know how you see a sunset in the California Ocean?
Right.
Where it goes down and it's burning and everything?
Yeah.
Rarely do you see it coming up that way. Usually about 10 in the morning it'll just come over a mist. But one morning it was just totally clear and the thing was coming up.
I
woke everybody up in the ocean so that they could see it.
I was on Key West. I got to see the sun rise and set on the ocean.
Now, where you guys have been on the ocean, is the wind always blowing like it was at Virginia Beach?
It varies.
Nah, it's not always, but usually.
I mean,
that's because
dry.
it's cooler. The water's cooler and the land is hotter. So you have either an onshore breeze or an offshore breeze, depending on what weather is.
And the good part about it is in the winter, the ocean's warmer than the air. So if you're on the coast...
Yeah, it's warmer. 10 degrees warmer than the rest of the inland.
When it's snowing, 10 miles inland, it's raining there.
Yeah, gone. So I would love to live next to the ocean, but I'm afraid of them big tsunamis, you guys. I mean, think of an earth. I mean, it's been my scare. I mean, I've always
You
been
never
scared
know
of
with the
tsunamis.
crust of the earth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the next one's going to be coming from.
Earthquake, you guys. Boom. You got to run. Head for high ground, brother. Head for high ground.
I'm more afraid of getting hit by lightning while being eaten by a shark than a tsunami.
Now, where you guys live, are tornadoes frequent out west or east where you live?
We do get them every once in a great while, but
Very
and it's usually just touching down. And
it's on the ground for about 20 seconds and then disappears.
Yeah, it does the damage and leave.
Yeah, New England doesn't have a lot of
disasters.
We don't have a lot of disasters. By the time hurricanes get here, they usually petered out.
Blizzards.
We get blizzards. A lot of
Ohio is almost like Tornado Alley, you guys. We get bad thunderstorms in the springtime. I mean, it's horrible, you guys. I mean,
in the Midwest you do, yeah.
Isn't it fairly flat? Ohio's fairly flat, right?
Yeah, we're flat, but Indiana, it's like really flat, you guys, and nothing but corn. You can actually go into Indiana and start driving. I've actually got lost and been in corn for like 3 hours and couldn't get out.
Oh, yeah. I drove across from California to Mass in my motorcycle.
Just
Went through Nebraska, Iowa. It was nothing but straight road.
You get lost and you see like 5 kids standing on the side of the road. Don't ask them for directions. Just keep going.
Yeah, children of the corn. You guys, I'm serious. You can get lost in corn in Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes on for hundreds and hundreds of miles of corn. Corn, guys. Corn.
That's a good thing about New England, too. You can get lost on a side road. Within an hour, you're going to hit a highway. And a big, gigantic sign telling you
We
where
used
to
to drive when we were riding around drinking. There would be about 7 of us in a station wagon. We would purposely try to go take an exit and get off and get lost. And we'd always, within 2 hours, we found a place.
You found your way.
Yeah. It would
Well,
be in a different state, but...
You guys live in a highly populated area, though, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Now, Cincinnati, you can go 40 miles north. I live 40 miles north. I live 40 miles north of Cincinnati. I mean, you can go south to Cincinnati 40 miles. Now, it's packed down there, you guys. Cincinnati's really, it's kind of a big town. It's packed. But, you know, where I live in a small town, you guys. I mean, small town.
How many people?
Oh, shoot, there probably ain't no more than 20,000 people in the town I live in.
That's
See, I had 10,000 in the town I grew up in, but it's 40,000 now.
Have you guys heard of Dayton, Ohio?
Yep.
I live right between Dayton and Cincinnati, and it was a town I grew up in. It was called Middletown. I mean, you see why they named it Middletown, right?
Right, because it's in the middle.
And I'm sure you guys have heard of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Yep,
I live about
absolutely.
15 minutes from the Air Force Base. And just think, you guys, if we ever get nuked, you guys know that's a target right there. You know it is.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want everywhere's a target?
We're not too far from Pease. That's a target.
Pease, what's that, Jimmy?
Pease Air Force Base. It's
New Hampshire.
They do in-air refueling.
And Bedford, Mass had Hanscom Air Force Base. That's in Massachusetts, and that's only 50 miles apart from each other?
Yeah. You got to remember, New England's in general is small.
Right, but it's condensed.
All in New England, I would say Ohio's going to be
Especially
just as big as all in New
Massachusetts.
England, right?
We got streets from cow paths, and all they did was tar over them. You know what I mean? Where New York turned around and laid it out.
Cincinnati's bigger than Boston, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
area-wise.
Boston's a small city, brother.
Area-wise.
Yeah.
Well,
People
it's
think
spread
Boston's
out.
like a mini New York. It's
No, it's not.
See, that's what I think. Boston's huge. When I hear Boston, Massachusetts.
It's a small city, real small.
Well, the city proper is what they call it. And the Boston is real small. You can walk it all day and see everything in one day.
So when you guys hear about Ohio, what do you think the biggest city in Ohio is? I mean, since you guys are from way out east.
Would be Cleveland, right?
Cleveland, that's where I went.
Yes.
I went to see the Patriots play the
How
Browns.
about the Browns?
Yeah.
Cleveland
Fucking
is big.
what a season they had, huh?
Columbus is a pretty big town too, you guys. Columbus, Ohio's pretty big.
Well, all right. There's Akron. There's Columbus.
Toledo.
There's Toledo. But do you know what? Do you know how I
did
picture
drive
them all?
through Ohio on the way back from
Do you know I picture
from
Ohio?
California. I went to there to Pennsylvania, but
Gray cities. That's how I picture Ohio.
Gray
they're all
cities?
gray and drab.
It's kind of like that, but in the summertime, in the wintertime it is. It's all gray, you guys. It's horrible here in the winter. But the summer times, it's beautiful here, man.
I don't know,
right.
But
You're right.
I've been to Ohio. I drove through.
Through
I stopped a couple
summer or
times.
winter time, though. Summer.
Dead of winter.
Wow,
As a matter of fact, we had to go through Ohio because we couldn't go up the eastern seaboard because of a blizzard. Had to come in through New York.
You did
Get
miss.
back
I
here.
mean, there's not really much here, though, you guys. I mean, we got a place called Kings Island. There's not really many big attractions in Ohio.
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point, yeah, that's up by Lake Erie. Yes, you're right. I've been there. But Kentucky, look at Kentucky. They don't even have a football team in Kentucky, you guys.
I've been to Kentucky. It looked exactly like I pictured it in my head. Green grass, white fences, white farmhouses, and fucking silos.
Did you go to the mountain part of Kentucky, though?
No, we just drove through. We were, like I said, we were coming back from a job.
Okay,
We
this
didn't
is
really
southern part.
stop.
The southern part's real mountainous. Like
Went to
Where they got the Black Mountains?
Missouri.
it's Appalachian, Jimmy. Appalachian.
Appalachians?
Yeah.
Okay. Southern
But
part.
it was pretty as hell. It really was.
Oh,
It
Kentucky
looked-
is pretty, you guys.
Oh, it's beautiful. It looked
There's no
exactly like I
population.
pictured it.
You guys, there's hardly any population in that big state. There's no work there, though. There's no work back in the mountains for those guys. I mean, but they
No, especially when they're taking over with robots.
Hey, you guys know that Trump's getting ready to do his first State of the Union at the end of this month, don't you? The State of the Union address.
Yeah.
First one.
Oh, you mean
yeah.
January 20th? That'll be the first
All
year.
the Democratic women are going to all wear black for
They
the
said-
V2 thing.
They said, you know what, you guys? This is crazy. They said the Democrats are going to be bringing survivors of sexual assault as their guests. Now, what the crap is that all about? Sexual survivors of sexual assault. I mean, to a State of the Union address.
Well, I mean, it's
guys?
totally inappropriate, but they're fucking brave.
Pinching somebody's ass is not a fucking assault.
God.
It's flirting.
Well, do you know what? If it's unwanted and somebody says, hey, whoa, don't you fucking do that, you walk away.
Yeah. Then if he consists on doing it, then
I'm
it's
not one for
harassment.
putting my hand on a woman. If I'm going to flirt, I'll do it verbally. And if I get a response, maybe I'll take it to the next step.
No, but you go to the bar after about 10 drinks, you know,
No.
you're going up, you're touching them in the back. And
Yeah, there's a difference between being flirty.
I went up to a woman's shoulder blade, squeezed and going, nice tits.
Nice. And
She turned around and slapped me.
good. You deserved it, you cad.
Hey, you guys remember those activists that was wearing, I want to say the word, they were wearing those pussy hats. You guys remember that?
Oh,
How
yeah.
could we forget that?
Well, they said they're going to stop wearing those because they're afraid it's going to offend minorities and transgender women. So they decided
Yes.
not to wear their vagina hats anymore,
Yes,
guys.
because them women have a dick.
Oh, they're trying to find a conscience, are they?
No, they're trying to be inclusive, Jimmy.
They don't want to offend the transgender women, Jimmy.
Yeah, but they're not women. They have a fucking packer.
I know. That's another thing. Yeah, I'm gonna
So who
play.
cares?
They're forcing us to play their delusion.
Yeah. Participate in my mental disorder.
Yeah, exactly. And if you ain't, you're a bigot.
Now, wasn't those hats, didn't they make those hats after that Access Hollywood tape came out where Trump said grab him by the pussy? You guys, I don't mean
Yes.
to cuss, but...
Probably, yeah. I'm sure it had to do with Trump.
But
Of course
you guys,
it did.
When you guys heard that Access Hollywood tape, when you heard him say that, I'll tell you the truth. I looked up at him more after that tape than I did before because that made him more of a human. That made him sound more like a human being, you
Well,
guys.
yeah, it gave you insight into the guy's a locker room guy. He's been in construction. We all know what construction
Yeah, I know.
people talk like.
Yes,
All
we
right,
do.
grow up. It's a grown-up world. Act like it.
Grow
They get to
up.
swear.
Good point, guys. Good point. Grow the I want to cuss. You guys get me why I want to cuss on here.
I was talking to Jim earlier. I was in the van with my brother and this other guy. We were going to do a job, and I said, I'm going to use the word. I use the word cunt, right? And my brother Mike's like, oh, you mind not using that because, you might slip in front of a customer. And, I slipped in front of my wife the other night, and she got upset. I was like, are you kidding me?
His wife got upset?
Yeah, I go, a 40-year-old woman got upset because you used a word. Tell her to grow up. I'm not the one with the problem. She is. It's a
Yes.
fucking word.
A word. That's it. A word, you guys.
I
A
am
word.
so sick of people being hurt by words.
I'm offended. Everything offends
enough.
people. The sissification of our country is begun, you guys.
Yep.
I would call it
With
another
words,
thing.
undocumented immigrants.
Well, that's language. That's different,
no,
Jimmy. That's changing the
they're
language.
illegal aliens for a reason.
Yes. You make the word sound bad so people understand that it's... No, you're not an undocumented immigrant.
Right. You ain't getting documentation.
Yeah.
I like
that was another
illegal
thing.
aliens. I like the alien part, man.
Right.
Me too. I like it too.
But inalienable rights written right in the Constitution.
Well, we all got to abide by the Constitution.
Which
now.
means they don't have our rights, but the Democrats want to bend over backwards, make everybody pay for their rights.
That was another thing I wanted
Tired
to
of them
talk about.
singling out people.
They
I want to talk
Jimmy.
about the driver's licenses in California.
With James Wood?
Well, yeah, James Wood's running for running for governor of California. But the other part of that was how California's giving licenses to illegal aliens.
Right.
Bullshit.
So,
That's bullshit.
so why wouldn't a state like Nevada or any state say, we're not going to accept your driver's license? You can't drive in our state with a California driver's license because we don't know who you're giving them to. You're giving them to illegal aliens that don't have to get insurance, that are never going to show up in court when they get into an accident. If you're driving in our state with a California license, we will arrest you for driving without a license.
Well, they should allow them to pass. Yeah, tell the cop.
Yeah, it'd be great for Nevada because they'd say, you can't we're not going to accept it to rent hotel rooms or to get into our casinos or anything. You guys can fuck off. You want to run your state with the lunatics running the asylum? That's fine. We're not accepting it.
We're not going to be part of it.
Yeah, we're locking our doors.
Well, we're the conservatives are the ones with the guns, you guys. Next thing we'll be knowing, they'll be giving illegal aliens CCW permits. I mean, that's coming, you guys. Just wait and see.
CCW?
Concealed carrier.
Carry concealed, but I mean, the liberals they'll come up with something saying, "Oh, it's not right that Americans get to carry guns, but not non-citizens." Some will come up, you guys.
Yes.
I mean, it's a wonder
If they're giving them driver's licenses, they're here illegally. And they're giving them driver's licenses.
Well,
give them
anytime
a gun permit.
Anytime the government gets involved with something like that, right, it inevitably goes bad.
This is
in
Detroit
Michigan,
ready to fall again.
In Michigan, because of the Disabilities Act or whatever, People with Disabilities Act, state of Michigan has to hand out a certain amount of hunting licenses. Fucking blind people.
And that is person hunt though. How could you hunt blind?
Evidently, somebody points you in the right direction. I would assume, but that is, and you don't. You can look that one up.
Oh, I believe you. I just the things that's going on in our country anymore. I can't believe half the things I read anymore. It's crazy.
It's insanity.
I just don't want to know when it's going to stop, you guys.
It's never going to stop.
It's political correctness, and Trump's trying to put an end to it.
Well, I hope he does.
It'll only end when liberals just finally go full cannibalistic and feed on themselves.
Trump said something about this. Why are we taking these people from these shithole countries that won't assimilate? Why aren't we taking more people from Norway that actually got an education and can contribute?
Yeah, and
you know what I mean? And now all of a sudden he's going to be a white supremacist. He hates blacks.
It's just the media. It cannot get enough of attacking the man.
You guys, I had never heard of the word xenophobia until I voted for Trump. I had to look it up, you guys. Xenophobia. They think we're all xenophobics because we voted for Trump.
I don't even know what it means.
Xenophobia is the fear of people different than you.
From other countries. And, yeah, I had to look it up, Jimmy, myself. And that's what they call us, xenophobiacs. And I don't fear
why? Because we're for the American people?
Well, after 9/11, everybody should fear these
But the funny thing is, right, if they're American and they're Jewish and you like them, that makes you a not xenophobic.
A non-xenophobic.
Well, just
do you know what I'm saying? No, because they're American. You don't mind them. They're xenophobia is the fear of people that are different than you.
Right, like Muslims.
Muslim, yeah. Right.
But if they were becoming American citizens and assimilating, would you fear them?
No.
So
that makes you not xenophobic.
Right.
Assimilation.
But they won't assimilate, though. That's the
key word, you guys. Assimilation. That's the key word. I'm glad you guys brought that word up. Very important word, you guys. Assimilate.
That's what you're supposed to do. When they say the melting pot, the Great American Melting Pot, they mean, we take a little a little of your customs.
And come over here and love our customs. Love
But
America.
you're supposed to come here and become a part of the American dream.
Yes,
The American
love,
way of life.
love our
Hot dogs, baseball, apple pie.
You guys, what's next? Are we going to have to put a black stripe on a red, white, and blue flag? Are we going to have to paint half the White House black? Come on, you guys. Things are getting out of hand in this country.
That's because liberals, all they care about is language and feelings. That's what it's all about. And do you know what? When you try to run a world that way, you're inevitably going to fail.
You're going to fail, brother.
Yeah, because sometimes the world sucks, and you got to tough it out.
Well, you guys, I've got some really good subjects on All Aboard this Tuesday. I've got some really good stuff written down. I hope you guys tune in and listen that night. I hope you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm back. I'm feeling better. I'm over the flu, you guys. I hope you guys heard me good tonight, finally, for a change.
Yeah, you came in great.
And thank you guys so much for having me on Pot Talk tonight. You guys are wonderful. Both of you guys are.
We love having you on. You help keep the show rolling right along, brother.
Yeah.
Can I give a shout out to Joe Rocks out there? Go
ahead.
Can I call him by his real name? Would he get mad?
That one I don't know.
No, because it's been said before.
Oh, okay.
I'll just say Joe Rocks. He knows what I'm talking about. Hello, Joe. How you doing out there? I hope you're doing good, buddy. I mean, you guys, the guy gave me an opportunity, and I
want to say good night to the troops. Hope they're safe.
Yes, that's a good. Yes, I hope they're safe. And can I say hello to Les and Chad and Dave?
Go right ahead.
Plugs you
Hello,
want,
you
brother.
guys. Les, Chad, Dave, and if you're out there listening, I told them all to listen to Pod Talk tonight, you guys. I try to get some people to listen tonight. My friends and everybody, and my wife and everybody. They're all listening. I try to get your show. I try to get everybody to listen to your show, Jimmy, Paul.
We need it.
I do. I really do. I mean, you guys are my friends, and I do things for my friends, man.
All right, we got to end this.
All right. Hey, see you. We'll see you Tuesday or Wednesday.
I come on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, All Aboard with Donald Whisman.
All right, brother. You take care.
Bye, Paul. Bye,
Good
Jimmy.
night, everybody.
I was foolish, I was angry,